A lot of Super Bowls, a mainstay in the AFC Championship at least, and in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady goes on to become the greatest of all time. Bill Belichick, greatest coach of all time, greatest general manager of all time. They move on. Obviously, Tom Brady goes his way, and then now Bill Belichick has to build a brand new team in a brand new image. That image was Mac Jones. Now, how's Mac Jones done? Well, nowhere near as good as Tom Brady. So bad that team has been that now they're calling for a little bit of a change. Now there's rumors floating everywhere. Bill Belichick's going to get fired. And if Bill Belichick gets fired, there's 31 other teams that are potentially thinking to themselves, Bill Belichick's available? What do we got? People are saying maybe he goes to the Chargers. Maybe Bill Belichick goes to the Chargers.
Nice.
They got a quarterback. They got weapons. They got a team that needs it, an ownership that's able to do it. They're also saying maybe he goes to the...
This was just fodder from myself. I said Buffalo Bills.
But yeah, well, so that ain't going to happen. But they're putting him at the Commanders, because brand new ownership, everything going on. There's a lot of people that are thinking that the end is maybe near for Bill Belichick with the New England Patriots. How does it shape up? We shall see. There's a video now we see of the Crafts. There's a lot of rumors of what Bob Kraft has said about Bill Belichick in the past coming off an elevator, okay, after the Tom Brady split. Now, if you're a good lip reader, look at the bald one. Jonathan, he's on the right.
Yeah,
he's
Jonathan.
a kid. Listen to what he says. I think he says, yeah, we got to watch. They're nowhere near good enough. Okay, so that is what every lip reader on the internet has basically said that Jonathan Kraft said there. He's obviously talking about the Patriots.
Yes.
Con man, I know today you have great juice, great energy. I don't know what the Celtics or the Bruins did last night, but I love everything about your vibes on this particular Tuesday. Whenever you look at the future of the Patriots, is it real that Bill Belichick is going to get fired? He's going to end up somewhere else. He's going to break the record. And what the hell are the Crafts going to do to replace a GM and a head coach and also potentially a quarterback? That feels like a nice 10 to 50. Oh, no. Are the Patriots in a spot that the Lions were in for like 30, 35 years? Are you in where the Colts are right now? What are the Patriots' future looking like, and how does this get settled, do you think?
They're definitely not where the Colts are, because the Colts are good at football.
You're damn right.
They score points. So I mean, if you're scoring 20+ points a game, it's at least fun to watch. It's bad. The whole Bill Belichick being completely fired, that I don't think should happen. He should still be the coach. Now, as far as GM goes, I think a lot of people would be okay with maybe someone else going in there making. Obviously still having a lot of, conversations with Bill about what they want to do. But having someone else in there, I think everybody in New England would be comfortable with. The Crafts...
So how would that work?
Oh, I have no idea.
So Bill Belichick, human, right? Maybe not human.
Yeah.
But
it might not be.
So now somebody else is coming in and telling them, hey, this is the players?
How
old is he? How old is he?
He is 72.
Yeah.
If Bob Kraft goes to him and he writes down all the players that have been signed over the last 4 years and where they are now, I think there would be maybe not, but I think there would be some sense you're right. Aguilar, Jonnu Smith, Cam Newton you could throw in there, but he also
paid him nothing.
He bridged the gap, and he didn't pay anything. Cole Strange in the first round, N'Keal Harry. There are a lot of things you could kind of write out where people could say, okay, Bill, look, obviously you are the greatest of all time as a GM and a coach, but something has to change. And I'm not saying this isn't on Bill. No one I think is watching these games thinking Bill Belichick's the reason this team stinks. The team isn't good because of injuries, of course, and in part to the signings that have been made that haven't worked out. They just haven't.
I understand what you're saying about how logically.
Logical.
The signings have not gone. But humans here are what is happening. So Bill Belichick just says, you know what? Yeah, somebody else will be the general manager. Somebody else will do the trades, the contract negotiation that I've done for the last 25 years. Somebody will be able to decide who my team is going to look like, that I'm going to coach it. I don't think that's possible. I don't know if that's possible, but I do appreciate the fact that maybe there is a way to explain to Bill that if he was just to focus on coaching, maybe his life would be better. They get back to winning, but it would have to be the right person coming in GM. It would have to be like his kid, maybe. I don't know how else that would work.
He's had people there over the years, obviously been kind of like the de facto GM, Pioli, Caserio, I forget who the guy was. I was at Lombo, of course. But maybe you bring in someone with some type of spirit, or maybe you bring someone back. That's kind of his MO as well.
Maybe Lombo's back.
Somebody already, familiar with, how things are done, the Patriot way. But if Bill leaves New England, I think it's going to be on his own accord. I think he's earned that, and observing the relationship between him and Kraft from afar and up close, I just feel like that will forever be the dynamics. It's almost you rarely say this in sports, but it's almost owed to him when you've done that too.
That's what John was saying. We gotta watch.
I mean, you've done
we gotta watch.
You've done it to
They're
organizations.
nowhere near
like
good enough, but we gotta watch.
Six Lombardis in the facility. You look at Patriot Place and everything that they've done in Foxborough. Obviously, the league is what have you done for me lately? But, I mean, I think he'll leave. When he does leave, it'll be on his own accord.
Now, listen, you guys called for Mike McCarthy to get the hell out of there after he did a lot of winning in Green Bay.
That's a little different.
It wasn't fantastic, but, like, Connor's saying, he hasn't been owed a damn thing.
No.
Now, I think the reason why he's saying that, what?
I'm saying I don't think that is how people view it, that he's owed that way.
Okay, got it. Connor's saying that is not necessarily a positive. Bill Belichick treated people this way. Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick brings in Teddy Bruschi. Mm-hmm. He goes, hey, listen, allegedly, I don't know if it's ever been.
Well, Ninkovich told us
we're cutting you, okay?
Yeah.
Or you can retire. It's you can do whatever you want to do. Goes to every player basically that has played. Hey, we don't think you're good enough anymore. You're either going to retire and we're going to do this honorable, or we'll just kick you the hell out of it. We'll turn your thing up. That's kind of been the Belichick way of handling business. So if that was to happen to him, I assume he would both respect it and understand it. But if you're coming from Kraft's standpoint,
that's what I'm speaking from his. I'm not
from
speaking
Kraft's
fans
standpoint.
or former players. I'm sure a bunch of former players would love to see him, get the axe at this point. Fans, I have obviously been your whole life.
Of course,
you guys been having parades in the city for championships. So I'm not speaking from their standpoint. I'm just saying from Robert Kraft's position. I think Bill will. Maybe it's a conversation. They're like, hey, maybe what do you want to do?
What if he does the Bill Belichick? What if he does the, hey, listen, we're going to fire you. You can still retire, though, if you'd like to do. And what if he just plays the Teddy Bruschi conversation or plays any of the ex-Patriots that were legends there where he told them their time is up? You ain't worth a damn anymore. I hate to tell you this, but I'm the guy that's going to have to do that. Would that take place this year? Are they going to run it back for another year? Like, how do you think this kind of – let's just put a bow on this because it's a lot of Patriot talk. It's very negative.
Well, I
don't like how negative it is.
They're 2-7.
But it is very negative. You got an apology on deck, so you need to get prepared there, Tony. There's a lot of positivity coming from your side. But do you think this happens this year? How long do you think this kind of drags out?
I think you give him another year with.
So one more year.
Yeah, I think
so. Next year
with a top 5 pick, if in all the cap space that we have, if he can't, if nothing changes and we look back on this next year and we're sitting at 2-7, then I think it is done. And I don't know if Bob Kraft feels that way, that he deserves it just because it has gone so loud and because of the Brady-Belichick relationship. Like Kraft having to repair the Brady-Belichick relationship, I assume now looking at it, he thinks like Bill screwed this up with Tom, and that probably doesn't help. So I don't know if he has this guy deserves it because it's been 4 years, but obviously as a Belichick guy, I would like to see him finish it out. He's not retiring. He will get that win record. It's just
they're saying he's younger than ever off the field.
Yeah.
They say he's living a little bit.
Yeah, sure. He's doing a bunch of stuff off the field.
What's that
mean?
He's just living his life to the fullest, and I couldn't support it more.
How?
Boom.
How? I can't say that word. He's being an absolute dog. That isn't a dog. That's a dog. That's
the rumors on the streets up there in New England is that Bill Belichick has a revenge body.
Yeah, that's right.
He's out there living a little bit. I think is what you were about to maybe not say into this particular.
He's got more than a revenge body. I think we could put it that way if you want to.
But what way?
Put how Belichick's doing off the field, per se. And you do have to say it this way, because if you just say how he's doing off the field, it's how he's doing off the field is more so how it has to be put.
So Connor's name is Boston Connor is how we call him, obviously from the Boston area. Sure. Has a lot of friends. Went to 6 years of high school, so he met up with a lot of people who potentially know a lot of things.
Exactly.
And boy, the rumor bug that gets sent into Connor's phone about what's going on back at home is certainly enlightening about Bill Belichick maybe living a little different life than we thought.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
It is usually pretty accurate.
It is usually spot on. And to your point about being in high school for 6 years, actually played Jonathan Kraft's kid in football at one point.
Not that that's a source.
Not that that's a source.
Not that that's a source.
I do not know Johnny's boy. All I know is that he used to play football.
Sweet boy.